Hello. So, decided to make a video today of how to make some soup. Fascinating, I know. But why have I decided to make a video? Well, one, because if you're anything like me, for me it's the end of week 1 of housework. No, working from home, sorry, not housework. And I'm already getting a little bit nuts. So I thought, what better way to spill that energy by making a video. And second of all is because people seem to be going nuts on when they go shopping, clearing the shelves of all the non-perishable type things, so pasta, all that sort of stuff. And as far as I'm aware, vegetables are still available. At least they were when I went shopping at the weekend. So I thought, well, you know what? Make yourself a big vat of soup, and then you can freeze that bad boy, and you've got lots of meals to last you for a little while. So I am going to show you how to make butternut squash soup. Stand by. Oh, I can't turn this around. Stopping. Okay, so to make butternut squash soup, obviously you need a butternut squash. The recipe that I will be using, I usually use for making pumpkin soup. But this is also a type of pumpkin. Oh, there we go. There it is, back in shot. And it's also known as vleespompoen in Dutch, which means flesh pumpkin. So there you go. And then we've got some olive oil, cumin, onion, garlic, carrots, motherfucking huge carrot, that one. You either get a massive carrot or a bag of teeny tiny carrots here in the Netherlands. I live in the Netherlands. We got some vegetable stock, we've done the garlic, and we've got some bay leaves, also known as laurier. Okay, so what we do first off is you start off by chopping and peeling this bad boy. So we'll do that. I'll be right with you. So I thought I'd video myself chopping. Be careful, it's quite a tough veg. And then you need to peel it. This is the way I do it anyway. Get yourself a nice good peeler. Peel away. There we are, all peeled. And now on to the chopping. Now there are seeds in this, so what I do is I chop in half, preferably not chopping off my fingers at the same time. There we go. Get yourself some seeds. Lovely. Get yourself a spoon. There we go. And get rid of those seeds. Ooh. And fire them around the kitchen, apparently. So that's all my seeds out, as you can see. Ooh. So now I'm going to chop these. Doesn't really matter how big they are. I don't find they boil down quite easily. And just throw out into a big pan. In fact, I will just do this. Ooh. There we go. A disclaimer, I'm not a chef, nor do I ever claim to be a chef, so any way that I am chopping my veg, if it's not the health and safety standard way, then, well, it's just the way I chop my veg, so there we go. If you have a different way, by all means, use your different way. Next, I'm going to chop up my onion. Coarsely chopped will do. I highly recommend using quite a big knife. It makes life a lot easier, and also sharpen it. I did sharpen my knife before I started, but it's still not the sharpest knife in the world, but a little bit better than it has been. So, just going to go and chop my onion. So that's my onion all chopped, making me cry a little bit, so I'm just going to whack that into my pan as well. Beautiful. Right, then we get this bad boy. Peel it, chop it if you want. Personally, I grate it because it's far bloody easier than chopping with a blunt knife. So, I'll get away onto that bad boy. I have somewhere, aha, here. Get a speedy peeler. Yes, I'm sure you all know what it looks like to peel. Done. What I do is, so I haven't started cooking yet. You might be like, oh, why wouldn't you cook the onion first? Well, this is just the way that I do it. Whack it all in. So I'm just going to get in here. I will show you. Oh, we are recording. So I have, my onion and my butternut squash. There we go. And then I just grate it straight into the pan. So that's all my grated carrot in there. So I'm just going to whack it onto the old hob on a medium heat, and I'm going to get some olive oil in there. Good. Fabulous. And then mix it all up and get a lid on. Oh, we are still recording. Oh, that's good. So mix it up. Ooh. Ourselves a road. Right, bit of butternut squash. Good. Right, just let that cook away for a little bit, periodically stirring for about 5 minutes or so. I'm in. Good. Okay, next what we're going to do is get our garlic, get that prepped, ready to go. Now, you can use a crusher, you can chop it, or personally, this is the best invention ever. Don't know if you can get them anywhere else in the world. I'm pretty certain you probably can, but got this one from the Netherlands. We whack him in there. Give him a bit of that. Whoop. And ta-da! Skin is off. Whack him in this. That looks a bit like a out it goes. A hash grinder. Quite fitting for the Netherlands, really. Crush away. There we go. Beautiful. All nicely crushed. So much better than a garlic crusher that I find always bloody break. And these are indispensable, apparently. No, indestructible. That was the word I was after. Fab. Now, what do I do next? Our garlic is ready. Oh, yes. Boil the kettle. So you want a litre of water. Let's get that one. There we go. Most easy peasy. Want 2 of these bad boys. Bay leaves. Oh. Laurier. Not how you say. How do you say? Laurier. Sounds a bit Italian. Laurier. Bay leaves. 2. I prefer Laurier. Okay. Now just gotta wait for the old kettle to boil and we'll carry on. We're back on. So now my kettle's boiled, so I'm going to make my stock. What you want is a litre. Oh dear, we're spilling water everywhere. Okay, lovely. Put yourself a vegetable stock cube or a meat stock cube if that's all you've got and you're clearly not vegetarian. Whack him in there. Lovely. Lovely. Melons. 20 seconds. Very speedy 20 seconds, wasn't it? Alright, we got our garlic in there as well. This is the way I do it. This might seem a bit odd, putting everything in your stock, but it's all going in the pan eventually anyway, so just whack it all in the stock, that's what I say. Get out. Get out. Very exciting. It's only slight downside of this garlic crusher. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to get all the garlic out. Usually I use a knife. There we go, that'll do. So we got that. Ooh, just. And we want, bear with me, I can't remember how many teaspoons I need. We've got 1 teaspoon of cumin. This is my, should be interesting, my recipe book that I write everything in. 1 tisp of cumin or komijn in het Nederlands. That's where a whole mountain of it comes out. That'll do. Now if you want to, you can put in a few drops of Tabasco sauce. Not my preference because I've got a bit of a delicate palate, so I can't do spicy, so I don't add that. Mix that all up. Beautiful. Final mix of the old veg. Whack this in. Try not to get the stock everywhere else. Make sure it's all in there. In there, it's not going anywhere. Oh, we've got quite a lot of stock by comparison to the old butternut squash. But never mind. And we want to get our leaves. Work them in. Mix them in. There we go. Oh, I'll show you what it looks like. Here we go. And we're going to leave that simmering for 30 minutes. So set yourself a timer and come back when that timer can't beeps at you. And yeah, and then let it set it aside and let it cool. So the 30 minutes is up. I turned the old heat off. And that's what it looks like. Ooh, let's just pop him over there. Give it a bit of a stir. Put it to one side. Oh, bollocks, I need that lid. Oh, well. And let it... Either you can let it cool down, which is what I do, and then blend it in a blender, or you can use a hand whisk to whisk it up straight away. Something to mention, though, before you whisk, you need to take out your bay leaves, which is why it's quite handy. Ooh, there it is. Which is why it's quite handy to let it cool first. Because if you're trying to dig around, trying to find your bay leaves, it can be a bit tricky at times. But yes, so I take the bay leaves out after it's cooled down, but before I blend. Yes. So the soup is all cooled down. Let's have a look at it. Lovely. So can get to blending. So first of all, like I said before, need to remove the old bay leaves. Watch them go right at the top so I can get rid of those. Yeah, come here, come here. I'll put that bit back. That bit. Yeah, put that to one side. Cool. Recording. So I've got my blending machine here. Well, or the jug. Get me a little soup. Give him a bit of a stir. Ladle. Ladle that in. So there's plenty of fluid. Get the old machine out. Oh, if we can actually get it on. Let's just twist it around a few times. Oh, no, not that way. Oh, we're in, finally. Done. Doesn't look a particularly lovely colour. There it is, all blended, ready to put in my pot. Smells good. Because I've made quite a big batch, I have to blend it in batches. Put that to one side. Try not to drop it. I'll do the rest. Second batch. Again, I seem to be really struggling with this contraption. Are you on? Oh, we'll find out. Because I have to blend it in batches, they're slightly different consistencies. So what I do is, get the lid off, is I pour it back into the pan. It might seem a bit excessive. Yeah. Scrape any bits out. Oh, I don't want to waste it. There we go. And I put the other one in as well. Stepping away. Whoop. Lovely. Give it a good mix. Mix it all up. Make sure it's all the same consistency. Brilliant. Have a bit of a taste. Make sure it actually tastes alright, because it might be disgusting. I didn't add any salt or bleh. I didn't add any salt or pepper during the making of this because I'd rather just put salt and pepper in the bowl when I've got it. There we are, 2 pots of soup. That's probably about 4, if not maybe 5 portions of soup. My pigeon portion sizes that I drink anyway. Lovely. So there you go, butternut squash, easy peasy to make. Really, hardly any ingredients go into it. Heat it up in the microwave or on the hob when you want to come and eat it. And if you put in a teaspoon of creme fraiche, if you can get hold of it, that sets it off perfectly. Hope you enjoyed this video and enjoy your soup.